Chroeso cynnes ato ni, a chroeso cynnes iawn i'r cae ras achos prynhawn ma Wrexham yn erbyn y Bari ym mhrif adran Genero yw'r gêm fyw fan hyn ar sgorio. Mae'r gig gyntaf i ddod just mewn rhyw 10 munud a chwarae teg. Mae'r cefnogwyr wedi dod mas yn y gwynt a'r glaw i gefnogi a fi ac Owain Tudor-Jones hefyd wedi dod mas yn y gwynt a'r glaw. Ows, reit ail penwythnos y tymor yn unig yw hi. Gath Wrexham, wel gaethon nhw'r dechreuad perffaith i'w hymgyrch nhw penwythnos diwethaf yn middi Llansawel o 5 gol i 2. Oedd hi'n stori wahanol iawn i'r Bari yn colli o 4 gol i 0 yn erbyn Abertawe. Felly mi dys i Wrexham sy'n moyn adeiladu bach o momentum, a'r Bari fydd yn sicr moyn ymateb.
Ie, dwi'n meddwl sa'n ni gyd yn gorau proffwydo beth sy'n mynd i ddigwydd yn y gêm yma. Mae gen ni gyd rhyw syniad go lew oherwydd i'r Bari dechrau anodd yn gwynebu Abertawe, Wrexham, oddi cartra wedyn. Yn enwedig yma yn y cae ras, oherwydd ti'n dîm i Bari, os da chi'n rediad da, da chi eisiau dod i fama, enjoyo'ch hunan, ddim ar ôl colli'n drwm wrthos dwytha, felly mae'n gaddo bod yn noson hir iddyn nhw, ond pwy a wyr, os allan nhw roi rhyw berfformiad dewr i fewn, eich fydd yn agosach na'r disgwyl.
Ie, mae'n dipyn o leoliad special, ond mae'n mynd i fod yn dipyn o her i'r Bari. Reite, dyma gêm olaf y penwythnos. Gath Abertawe yn erbyn Pont y Pryd, gath hwnna i gohirio yn gynharach oherwydd y tywydd. Aberystwyth, wel gaethon nhw 3 pwynt gwerthfawr iawn yn erbyn y Seintiau newydd, a wedyn ni y pencampwyr Caerdydd yn sicr wedi ymateb ar ôl colli i'r Seintiau newydd. Nhw'n sgorio 5 yn erbyn Llansawel. Reit ewa, beth am i ni glywed gan rheolwr y Bari nhw sydd wedi gwneud y daith hir lan i Wrexham a'n gohebydd ni. Fion Eluned wedi bod yn siarad gyda Stevie McCarthy-Campbell.
Well, Stevie, it's nice to see you for the new season. I noticed you've got 3 changes in your squad today. What kind of response are you looking for after that defeat to Swansea last week?
Yeah, I think obviously last week was very difficult conceding so early doors, and obviously the red card to Molly. Look, obviously some forced changes, but some obviously just what we need to do to what we feel is making the right choices to hopefully try and get 3 points today.
I am going to ask about Erin going into goal.
Yeah.
Can you explain a little bit on that?
Yeah, of course. So Erin actually played in goal for us last season during one of the cup games. Look, she's a netball player, but main thing for me is actually she's full of confidence, but she's great with her feet. Look, the way that we want to try and build and play just really suits obviously the way Erin plays. But also as well, obviously, I just think obviously having a young goalkeeper, obviously a big occasion like today, I think it's about picking the right moments when to play the youngsters. And look, if it's one of those things, if it didn't go our way today, I know Erin's got the confidence and I suppose just the thing to just go, yeah, no problem, and just obviously move on with it. So yeah, for me it was around obviously the protection of the youngsters, but at the same time, I know obviously what Erin's capable of, and ideally we didn't want to change too much, really.
You did manage to beat Wrexham once last season. Does that give your team some kind of confidence going into today's game?
Yeah, of course. I mean, look, for the big thing for us last year, out of the 7 teams that we played, obviously we took points off 6 teams, so we know what we're capable of. And I've every faith that obviously they can, with obviously the right performance, that they've got everything they can do.
Well, diolch yn fawr iawn a pob
Thank you very much. Cheers, thank you.
Ie, dyma'r stori fawr sydd wedi dod o dîm y Bari. Owain Erin Murray, nawr hi oedd prif sgoriwr y Bari tymor diwethaf. Sgoriodd hi 6 gol ym mhob cystadleuaeth, ond heddi mae'n dechrau ochr arall y ca. Yn y gol, be wneud i o'r penderfyniad o glywed bywyd oedd Stevie McCarthy jyst nawr?
Ie, dwi'n cweit yn siŵr am hyn. Dwi'n parchu ag yn edmygu'r ffaith mae'n trio edrych ar ôl gol geidwad ifanc. Ond heb gael dy daflu fewn, ti'n gwybod sut ti'n mynd i ymdopi efo'r math yma Brown. Felly, yn amlwg mae'n rhoi ffydd yn Erin Murray yn dweud bod hi'n chwarae pêl rwyd, ond mae hwn yn gêm wahanol. Just gan bod fi'n gallu hitio pêl golf efo clwb golf, dwi'n golygu swn i'n gallu mynd i batio a chwarae criced i Morgannwg. Mae'n gamp wahanol, ac o safbwynt Wrexham rwan, so mond un peth fysa yn yn meddwl i ydy i phrofi hi. Unrhyw gic gornel, cic rydd, reit ar ei ffenni, just i weld ydy hi'n gallu ymdopi.
Achos mae'r golwr yn safle mor arbenigol, i'n gwybod yn amlwg Erin Murray yn gallu sgorio'r goliau. Yw i'n mynd i allu cadw nhw mas wrth gofio Wrexham sgorio nhw 5 yn erbyn Llansawel penwythnos diwetha. Ti'n credu, o fel wedys ti, bod nhw'n mynd i fod yn targedu Erin Murray o gwbl?
Ie, does ddim cwestiwn dyna fydd y negas. Os mae yna unrhyw gyfle, sticiwch y bel yn uchel i fyny Cwrt Cosby, chwaraewyr o'i chwmpas i, just i weld. Ac os mae'n ymdopi efo hynna, iawn, da iawn iddi hi. Ond ie, mae o'n benderfyniad rhyfedd wrth gwrs, gwn i i weld sydd ethu.
Ie, mae'n mynd i fod yn ddiddorol i weld siwrd fydd Erin Murray yn dod mlaen yn y gol. Reit, ni wedi clywed gan rheolwr y Bari, felly beth am i ni glywed gan rheolwr newydd Wrexham, Jenny Sugarman.
Well, Jenny, it's nice to meet you. It's your first home game in charge. How much are you looking forward to seeing your team play at the racecourse today?
Yeah, we're all super excited for today. Wherever we're playing, our first home game in front of our fans is something that we were looking forward to from certainly the minute I joined, but what we've been working forward to all season. And you know, off the back of last weekend, we're excited that the fans that followed us all the way down to South Wales can be here today with us and hopefully in fine voice.
What did you learn about your team following that comeback against Britton Ferry Llansamel last week?
I learnt loads. I learnt plenty about their resilience and their character and their teamwork and the way that they got behind each other. There were some tough moments for individuals and for the team, but the way that they picked each other up and stuck to the game plan, stuck to the work that we've been doing in the build-up to the game to make sure that we could get the result. And then I think what we saw in the second half was the quality shine through.
You have bought some in new signings over the summer, some of them already making an impact. What have they added to this squad?
Oh, loads. Like, yeah, you saw at the weekend on the pitch what they had, but that's not just why they're here. They're great people, first and foremost, that have some amazing experiences in the game that they can help the whole team with, whether that's from previous clubs that they've played with or previous competitions that they've played in. So they are adding a lot of character, a lot of personality, a lot of experience, and a lot of know-how and ways to win.
Well, bob luck a diolch yn fawr iawn. Good luck and thank you.
Diolch.
Diolch yn fawr.
Ie, Jenny Sugarman yn un o'r gwynebau newydd yn y brif adran y tymor hwn. Reit, ewa, mae Aberystwyth a Chaerdydd wedi sicrhau bydd y goliaethau yn barod y prynhawn yma, felly pwy sydd am gadael y cae ras gyda, gobeithio, y triphwynt prynhawn yma hefyd. I ni bron yn barod I fynd fan hyn yn Wrexham. Your usual reminder that we do have English language commentary available. We've got former Welsh Cup winner Iona Williams alongside May Emrys. Ac yn y Gymraeg, draw yn un nawr at Owain Tudor Jones sydd wrth ochr Ffion Eluned.
Diolch, Sioned. Even though we've only had one full round of games so far in the new Genero Adran Premier season, the two sides who are about to face off here at the Cae Ras this evening have already experienced vastly contrasting fortunes at the beginning of the new term. On the one hand, Jenny Sugarman's Wrexham hit the ground running last Sunday. Indeed, the Robins were the opening weekend's top scorers as 5 different players found the net for them to secure an impressive 5-2 away victory at last year's league runners-up Britton Ferry Llansamel. But while the home side will therefore be aiming to build on that initial statement of intent tonight, Barry Town United's immediate concerns are very different. The Linettes suffered a 4-0 drubbing at the hands of Swansea City 7 days ago, and that result left Stevie McCarthy Campbell's side rooted to the bottom of the table at the end of game week 1. So the team news, and Jenny Sugarman only makes one change to her side after that opening day demolition of Britton Ferry Llansamel. Karen Allen drops out of the team, but is fit enough to make the bench despite having been forced to leave the field with an injury after only 3 minutes 7 days ago. Her place in the starting 11 is taken by new signing Hannah Snape, who makes her first start. The most striking change to the Barry Town United starting 11 this evening is between the posts. As we heard, usual number 1 Molly Arneson is suspended, but her place is actually taken by experienced midfielder Erin Murray. She's been asked to take the gloves, having done that in a cup game last season. To take you through the teams and tell you how they set up on the field tonight, joining me tonight in the commentary box is former 3-time FAW Women's Cup winner with Bangor City, Noswaith Dda, Iona Williams. How are the teams looking?
Yeah, there's no big surprises for me, for Wrexham. Surprised Karen Allen's made the bench after going off 3-4 minutes last week. But yeah, obviously the talking point is Erin Murray in goal for Barry. The concern there being, obviously she's not used to playing in goals, but I'm worried that there's no goals anywhere else on the pitch. She was last season's top scorer, so that is a concern for Barry. But we'll see how they shape up once we get going.
Diolch Anna. That is Erin Murray there, wearing the number 13 shirt, with her back to the camera. As I mentioned, she does have some experience of playing between the posts. She was Barry Town United's last line of defence for one game in the Cup last season. You can see Jodie Bartle, the new Wrexham captain there, signed from Newcastle United over the summer. She's giving the last-minute instructions in that huddle there. Barry Townside have already set up and they're ready to go, waiting for Jodie Bartle to finish what she's got to say. And tonight's referee, Charlotte Carpenter, has called Wrexham over. She wants to get going. Vastly experienced is Charlotte Carpenter, Wales' first female FIFA-listed referee. So we're underway. Wrexham in their usual red, attacking from right to left as we look at it tonight. So how do you think it's going to go tonight, Jonna?
I think if you were a betting person, I think your money, would go on the red team. You know, based on last week's performance. You know, like Jenny Sugarman mentioned in a pre-match interview, Wrexham showed resilience and character, go 2-0 down early on. So yeah, so great character came back, and what was good for them was 5 different scorers, 5 different names on the scoreline. So yeah, big positive move for them moving forwards.
Yes, indeed. This Craven, the goalkeeper, hits it long. Eva Suckley couldn't quite control it that time. But Wrexham come forward again. This is Barker now. Plays it out wide. Early chance. Phoebe Davis's shot was blocked at the cost of the first corner of the evening. Phoebe Davis only scored 1 goal last season, and it was to open the scoring in the last game between these sides back in December. First corner of the evening, and it's for the home side. Goes towards the 6-yard box, and it's cleared off the line, but then turned in at a second time of asking, and it's the captain, Jodie Bartle, who scored. The home side ahead after only 90 seconds. Well, the corner, as you'd expect, was thrown in right towards the mouth of the goal to put Erin Murray, the goalkeeper, under pressure. And after the first effort was blocked, the captain was there to open the scoring.
Yeah, great ball. Cara Jones right on top of Erin Murray. Like they've been asked to do it by the manager, I guess. Test Erin Murray in the air, not a goalkeeper. Yeah, great ball. Cara Jones on top of Erin Murphy. Could not deal with it. Defence could not deal with it. Tapped in for the captain.
You see it again. Erin Murray, typical midfielder style, tried to put a foot through that one rather than jump on it. But the corner created confusion and has resulted in the first goal. The perfect start for Wrexham, 1-0 up within the first 2 minutes. And there's a slight delay at the moment, as one of the Barry Town United players is down in their own penalty area receiving treatment. And most of the other visitors have congregated in a huddle.
Yeah, I think that was from, she tried to get a tackle in, and when Cara Jones had that effort on goal, that resulted in the corner. Heavy strapping going on there.
This is Angharad Beeman who's being strapped. That might have been the injury there, possibly. And she blocked the shot from Cara Jones.
What happens when your foot is off the ground and you're trying to stop the tackle, the momentum of the ball takes the ankle the other way.
Certainly was a powerful shot. It was well blocked.
Going back to Erin Murray, I was watching her in the warm-up. Yes, she's a great netballer, but she struggled to get down to the corners. You know, I was watching, obviously she's not a goalkeeper, so if anybody from Wrexham was watching their warm-up, then they would have noticed, you know, she just doesn't go down. Anything to her hands, I think she'll catch. But getting down bottom corners, I think she might struggle.
That's how it proved. There was actually Emily Freeman, the Barrytown United captain, who was down receiving treatment. It looks like he's going to be fine to continue. Just having a bit of further treatment on the sideline down below us now, as the game has resumed. Battle, the captain, hits a lovely crossfield ball this time. Finds Hannah Snape. Here she is again, Jodie Battle. Battle, who signed over the summer after 2 years with Newcastle in the English second tier. Formerly of Celtic as well. Has plenty of experience. Won the league and Scottish Cups. And also played in the Champions League for Celtic. A new team are coming forward again now. A low cross, pull back. Initial danger dealt with this time.
Great run by Barker, great pace, getting past that the left back with ease. Trying to pull the ball back, just couldn't find the Wrexham player.
Katie Barker, the other player who joined from Newcastle over the summer. Newcastle United's record goal scorer, Katie Barker. Scored more often than once every other game, 67 goals in 120 games for the Magpies. And she showed there what a danger she can be. So already open account for Wrexham, scoring on a debut last weekend against Britain Ferry Llansamwel. As did Maz Mahmood, couldn't quite control it that time. Snape got a foot in, couldn't steal possession. Barry coming forward for the first time, until Hannah Snape nipped that one very much in the bud with a lovely sliding tackle. See the Barry captain, Emily Freeman's back on. She's still limping. Well, bouncing around in the Wrexham penalty area, not fully cleared. It isn't the second time of asking. Suckley couldn't control it this time.
Neither team can't get the ball down at the moment. They just need to get the ball down, settle the game, and try and keep possession. Both teams at the moment, a bit of a ping-pong situation going on. They just need to settle get some passes between them.
It was a strange one because you had that very early goal, and then immediately after that delay, and it seemed then that it's almost that someone had pushed reset to start again.
Yeah, they've settled well after the early goal. To be fair, they're trying to gather momentum and move forwards up the pitch, because they could have quite easily drop their heads early goal. But to be fair, they got back in the game and they're trying to make things work.
Not the best ball forward this time. It almost came back to Cara Jones.
Again, both teams are messy in possession.
Half a chance maybe for Barrytown to break. Clever play by Ciara Harris. And the ball down the wing then, not the best. Ellie Gunny was never going to get to that one. Although the number 22 did well. Pin Wrexham back in their own corner. Liz Cleven inching forward towards the edge of her own penalty area.
Yeah, and Barry playing sensible football. They're not chasing in the Wrexham half. They let them come, and then at this point now, then the ball needs to be closed down.
Suckley on the halfway line. Lovely ball out. Finds Cara Jones. Jones's cross is a deep one. In the end, falls over the bar. Turned into something of a cross shot. Didn't trouble Erin Murray this time. Erin Murray actually scored the last time these two sides met at the Rock in Rhosamedre last December. Put a lot of money on her not scoring this afternoon. Be something of a wonder goal if she scores from there, from a current position. And interestingly, it wasn't Erin Murray who took that goal kick. Broadhurst. We'll get a throw. And she leaves. Early Gunny.
Yeah, Phoebe
Jenkins forward.
Phoebe Davies getting drawn in there to the middle, leaving number 9 here on the Kira Harris and Mark. So they've got to be careful playing 3 at the back. Hannah Snape, when she doesn't work back, he leaves Phoebe Davies with a few decisions to make. Does she pick up the player, or does she close the space between the other centre half?
It's another delay. It's because Maz Mood is down in the centre circle. Charlotte Carpenter, the referee, is checking on it, asking if she needs treatment. She seems to be fine. The Pakistan international Maria Mahmood won her first 3 caps over the summer, and actually has 2 international goals as well. Scored both of them against Kyrgyzstan in the Women's Asian Cup qualifiers back in July.
Yeah, just a flailing arm there in the face would have hurt, but nothing too serious.
Maria Mahmood announced her arrival at Wrexham in quite some style last Sunday. A lovely goal from her on her competitive debut, shot from outside the area. So she's already shown what she's capable of. A bounce. Too much for Hannah Snape this time.
That's the ball they keep looking for. Bartlett in there, Jodie Bartlett in defence. Every time she lifts her head up, she's looking for Hannah Snape here because she's got a lot of room on the left-hand side.
Erin Murray puts her foot through it this time, but it went straight to a Wrexham player. Once again, the home side steal the ball back. Mahmood turns in midfield, shows too much of the ball to Jasmine Turner though. Here she is again, Mahmood.
Yeah, great work by Lily Jones to win back possession.
Neither team really able to hold on to possession for a significant period of time at the moment. Wrexham try again. Suckley turns, gets the ball out to Hannah Snape. Snape back to Suckley. Eva Suckley into the penalty area. Ran in to the Barry defensive wall in the end. Just be a throw in for Wrexham, down by the corner flag.
Yeah, Eva Suckley drops from the back line, so she comes short for the ball, and then when she has time to turn, she then can take defenders on, like we've just seen. She beats 2. I want to throw in their half.
As you may have seen there, Barrytown United captain Emily Freeman has gone back down, and you understand she's going to leave this time. Did try to carry on after that early injury. She hadn't been moving that freely since the injury, and as you can see, she's wandering off now, walking somewhat gingerly. It's going to be India Shanahan, one of 3 new signings from Cardiff Met over the summer, was going to come on to take the captain's place. There she is, India Shanahan, 20-year-old, one of 2 former Ysgol Gymraeg Bro-Eder and pupils who are on the bench for Barrytown this afternoon. The other one is Becca Thomas, who also joined from Cardiff Met over the summer.
Very long throw from Snape. Eva Suckley just got too much on it. Just needed a slight flick to get it, to put a bit of pressure on Erin Murray in there, but goal kick.
Yes, except for that goal after, 90 seconds. Erin Murray hasn't had too much to do in this first quarter of an hour or so far.
Yeah, I'm sure she'll be glad of that. After conceding so early, she was thinking, oh God, what have I put myself in for here? But yeah, they've seemed to settle. But they just can't keep the ball. They can't make the most of the possession. They keep giving it away. Wrexham are, at the moment, not dominating enough to make them pay.
Yes, it's been a messy first quarter of an hour, all in all. Neither side really settling or managing to hold on to possession. You throw in for the home side, which Josie Smith takes. Then Barry not putting any pressure on Wrexham in the Wrexham half, really. Happy to sit back, but as I say that, a lovely sliding tackle by Danielle Broadhurst almost launches an attack for the visitors, and they will get a free kick. There was a foul on the substitute, India Shanahan, and the first yellow card of the game as well. It's Phoebe Davis who will eventually see it. She ran all the way to the side of the field. I think she knew what was coming. She couldn't escape from it, despite her efforts. See the foul again.
Yeah, positive run by the substitute. To be fair, you know, taking people on, trying to get the Wrexham defenders to make a decision.
4 in the wall for the home side. Free kick for Barry, which Jasmine Turner takes. And she tried to catch Liz Craven out, but the effort was too high. About a yard over the bar. She gave the signal as if she was going to chip the ball into the area, but went for it directly.
Yeah, the 3 Barry players running across the goal to try and take Liz Craven's attention off the ball, but yeah, poor effort.
Great play down the right flank by Katie Barker. Comes to nothing, unfortunately. A great little run. And the former Newcastle player, she's looked very lively.
Yeah, she's going to create problems on the right wing. No, they can't keep up with the pace, but she's confident enough to take them on. So yeah, I think there'll be more of that to see in this game.
Phoebe Davis. That's it out wide to Hannah Snape. Suckley decided to take it first time with a header. Fair to say that was pretty ambitious to go with a header from the edge of the area. It was easy enough for Erin Murray. Mahmood. Plenty of freedom. Make a full circle in the middle of the field. The ball forward. But Cara Jones goes herself. Erin Murray saves that one with her foot. But it will be another corner for Wrexham. And we all remember what happened from that first corner right at the beginning of the game. Cara Jones doesn't score often, does she, Anna? But she hit that one well.
Yeah, but straight to Erin Murray's feet. Like I mentioned earlier, she from the warm-up I was watching, she can't get down to the corners, so the shots need to be lower, because she can stop with the hands, she can stop with the feet, but let's try Wrexham to test her a little bit more.
The home side second corner, they scored from the first one. What can they do this time? The Snape hits it across! And somehow it stays out. There was a little touch in the end, like Katie Barker, I think.
Ava Suckley, she was unmarked right in front of the keeper. Look at this. Oh!
It was Ava Suckley. But it went straight into the hands of Erin Murray this time. But again, the corner, a set piece, creating problems for the Barrytown United defence.
Yeah, I'm surprised they let Eva Suckley stand in front of Erin Murray, the keeper. No one picked her up to try and help her, bear in mind what happened in the previous corner.
Eva Suckley, Wrexham's top scorer in the league last season, 11 goals in 20 appearances. She scored in the last 2 games between these two sides. Wrexham and Barry met on 2 successive weekends last December. Wrexham won both games, and Ava Suckley was one of the scorers on both occasions. So yes, I agree on that. With all that information, with everything that Barry will know of Ava Suckley already, it was very strange to leave her standing where she was. She is again Ava Suckley, and she wins a corner.
Let's see what they decide to do this time, because they need to have somebody on her, because she should have scored the last corner. So let's hope that somebody from Barry Town now picks her up, just to help the goalkeeper.
Yet again, Ava Suckley, as you can see, standing right in front of Erin Murray. And it's Wrexham's number 16, who is by far the tallest. The home crowd have found their voice.
I am shocked that no one's picking her up. Again, free.
Snape with a corner too deep this time. But again, it was the same idea. She was aiming for that goal mouth.
Yeah, for the head of Ava Suckley, for the free header.
Since that free kick, which flew over the bar from Jasmine Turner a few minutes ago, the home side now just turning the screw a little bit, but without adding to their lead so far. Long ball down the outside. Phoebe Davies tried to hit it back to the goalkeeper. Did find Liz Craven in the end, but it nearly put her own side in difficulties there, did Phoebe Davies.
Yeah, Liz Craven definitely didn't want that back pass, did she?
An inviting cross by Chelsea Cochran there, right down the corridor of uncertainty, as they call it. And no one at the end of it. So we're nearly at the quarter mark. 21 and a half minutes gone. There's slightly more pattern to the game now.
Yeah, Wrexham keeping possession a lot better than they were in the first 15 minutes.
Davis. Of course, once Jonna says that, Wrexham lose possession.
Yeah, wasteful by Phoebe Davies from defence. They need to keep the ball, keep the movement patterns going, and try and find feet, because the midfield players have plenty of space. Barker gets the ball to feet, she turns and she runs. And that's where things start to happen for Wrexham.
Smith dispossessed this time in the midfield. Half a chance for Barry to come forward. It's Shanahan the substitute after this one. Gets a head up, gets a cross in. It's too close. Yeah, Liz Craven.
Wasteful, just space to attack Phoebe Davies then. She's got the pace on her, so yeah, for me that was wasteful.
And Shanahan had all the time in the world there, having used the pace to get to the ball first. Jones. It's it out wide. Ball down the right channel. It's a great ball. Sparko's after it. He gets a throw in. Good sliding tackle that came in there.
Lily Jones seems to find herself in a lot of space in midfield. They need to try and utilise her a little bit more.
Great control and pass forward by Snape. Mahmood into the penalty area. Maz Mahmood pulls it back. Unselfishly, the shot from Suckley was then blocked. There's another shot, and it is two. Hannah Snape finds the net and doubles the home side's advantage.
It was a great block by Jenna Stone to start with, then felt nicely to Hannah Snape. Left foot through it, bottom corner, great goal.
Well, there's a well-hit shot in the end. I'm not quite sure that Erin Murray looked to deal with it in the best way. She slid the cross to try and save it. And she was never going to get it with her foot. And see it again. Great work by Mahmood. Unselfishly pulled it back. Hannah Snape made room for herself. And it is a great finish.
See, if you had a goalkeeper, she would have gone with the hands. Being an outfield player, the automatic reaction is to go with your feet. Goalkeeper would have stopped that.
Yeah, that was my point. She might not have got there with her hands, but she would have had more chance of doing so. Ball was curving away from her.
She was a step forward. She could have got it before you got too far to the bottom corner. There. Oh.
But as it turns out, it's 2-0.
I probably deservedly so to Wrexham, to be fair.
Barry on the front foot from the restart. They'll get a corner kick. First corner of the evening for the visitors. Can they hit back? It's towards the edge of the 6-yard box. Bounces on.
Oh!
Ball hit forward. There's a chase on.
She's quick, but she's quick. Oh, yes.
And Katie Barker did very, very well to get there and keep the ball in play. And from one end of the pitch to the other,
yeah, great
Wrexham will have a corner now.
Great clearance. She was in her own half, so couldn't be offside. So great run, great pace, and this is the danger she causes to Barry Town. Again, Ava Suckley right in front of the goalkeeper. You just think that some of the Barry players would have switched on by now, or even having Erin Murray tell them, dragging somebody back to help her.
Fourth corner of the evening for the home side. The first from this side of the pitch. Cara Jones, a deep cross. And it was Jodie Bartle who flew in, the captain. She's already scored once this evening, and she did get ahead to that, but couldn't direct the header goalwards.
Yeah, the run was slightly early. She would have done a little bit better. I think she would have free head on goal. That would have been 3-0. So Wrexham find themselves now 2-0 up. Compared to last week, they were 2-0 down. So different game for them this week.
More live football on Scorio. Live next Saturday at 5 o'clock. That game's from the Cymru Premier JD, with league leaders Caernarfon hosting Timor in third, Penabont. Could be a good game, that one. Hope you can join us to watch it. Back here at the Kairas. It's a throw-in for the home side. They were comfortably ahead after 27.5 minutes. 2-0 the advantage. And they're looking to come forward again. The Robins. Not the best ball forward that time, though. And Maz Mahmood makes something of it, steals possession. Tries to make room for herself. Plays the ball out wide in the end. Great work by Cara Jones. Beats the defender, gets the cross in. Erin Murray gets her foot to it. Clears the ball away.
Yeah, to be fair, she's done well there. We've all been negative about Erin Murray so far, but she read the cross and cleared with the feet.
That's half an hour in. I'm not sure if I've seen Erin Murray use her hands yet.
I don't think she has. It
was mentioned before the game that she's a handy netball player. Now those skills might hold her in good stead to play as a goalkeeper. But so far, she's only utilised her skills as a midfielder.
Yeah, Wrexham trying to break the lines here with the Barry. There's gaps here trying to find Barker's feet. Once you get the ball to feet and turns, then that's where the danger happens for Wrexham. But they're breaking the lines for Barry Town. They've started to create a lot more.
Katie Barker It's a former teammate at Newcastle, current teammate at Wrexham, the captain, Jodie Bartle. And a Snape.
See, Wrexham are forcing the ball. They're 2-0 up, they need to keep possession, play the easy ball. There's no need to try and find that long pass. Keep the ball, play through midfield. Mahmoud's looking for it, Lily Jones is always available. Do not force it. Like that.
Tried to get forward down the right wing that time. Wasn't the best ball. Hopeful. Hoof downfield that time. Nearly set up a chance for Barry. Maz Mahmoud again. Works so hard when she's not in possession.
Yeah, she's become more involved in the game as the game's got on. She had a quiet for the first 15 minutes, but she's getting a foot on the ball. She's turning, she's taking them on. And also, like you just mentioned, great defensive work.
She worked with Jenny Sugarman at West Bromwich Albion. Played over 80 games for the Baggies' first team in Mariam Mahmoud. So plenty of experience, even though she's only 21. Snape back to Phoebe Davis. Davis once more. Didn't get the kind of contact on that she'd hoped for.
Lovely.
Little touch inside by Suckley. Nearly set up a chance for Katie Barker.
Barker turns so well on the ball. She's got great touch on the ball and she turns on the ball. She takes a look where the defender is just before she leaves the ball, so she knows which way to turn. Great little player.
And we get to see Erin Murray use her hands. Caught that wayward cross very, very cleanly. Broadhurst hits it forward. Craven miles out of a penalty area to make the clearance.
I think she's just cold. I think she needed a bit of a run.
A little cameo there as a sweeper keeper. Worked out all right for her. Timed it very well. After having a think about it, the assistant referee decides it's going to be Wrexham's throw. And the ball had crossed the touchline before Lily Jones touched it. Again, Wrexham just trying to force it a little bit.
Yeah, Phoebe Davies on a few occasions has been wasteful in possession. She's trying to force that forward ball. Hannah Snape's feet is always an option as well as Mahmoud's feet. It's just not. She doesn't have to force that long ball to find Eva Suckley all the time.
Gunny. Eamon. Back to Murray. Takes the touch. Kept ahead. Did well. The makeshift goalkeeper.
This is where the midfield player now comes out. Great.
Eventually, Wrexham have stolen possession in the Barry defensive third. Got away with it this time. Plenty of options, should she need them. And Jenny Sugarman on the bench this evening as well. Rosie Hughes, we all know about her goal-scoring exploits over the past 3 or 4 seasons. And then it was Abby Iddenden, Wrexham's top scorer in all competitions last term. She was the other one who was warming up.
Yeah, 2 great options off the bench for Wrexham. If they needed a goal, but currently they're doing okay.
They are 2-0 up and looking pretty comfortable. It's Jodie Bartle who scored that first goal in the 2nd minute of the match. Erin Murray. Again quick with the feet.
A wasteful possession. This is where you want Kira Harris to come look for the ball and try and hold it up, just to ease the pressure off the defence a little bit. But they're not finding Harris's feet. Free kick.
There's a foul on Danielle Broadhurst in the middle of the field. Broadhurst has been working hard in that central area for Barry, it must be said, when they've struggled to hold on to possession. She's put a few tackles in already. To try and steal the ball back and create something. Former Cardiff and Swansea player, Danielle Broadhurst. Spent most of her career with Cardiff City and then just half a season as a semi-professional player with Swansea City before moving on to Barry back in January.
Yeah, she had lots of experience in that midfield. She knows when to keep the ball, when to go long, when to play short. So yeah, she's vital for them in there.
So Clic, drop back to her own half. And Pats back to Josie Smith. Put Smith under some pressure there. And it will be a free kick. Rather throw in for the home side. Smith takes. She gets to do so again. Pretty much exactly the same position. Phoebe Davis. Allowed to move forward as far as the halfway line again without being put under pressure. India Shanahan blocked the ball forward in the end. She felt that wanted to substitute. A wonderful feat by Maz Mahmood. Hits it forward.
Oh, great ball.
Barker! Oh! Should have scored. The danger isn't over. Just be a corner in the end.
Yeah, great.
Katie Barker, such a good goal scorer. Should have done better there. Her shot straight at Erin Murray.
Yeah, great feet by Masood to start the move. Look at this, great feet. Take her on. And then a great through ball for Barker. She should have done better. Beat her with pace. Use her strengths. She should have done much better there.
So another corner for the home side. Once again, Suckley standing more or less on the goal line in front of Erin Murray. It's a short corner initially this time. Partial clearance. And a great save by Erin Murray. A shot from Nat Clark. Erin Murray might have seen that one pretty late, but she punched it over the bar very confidently. See it again. Clark with a shot. Erin Murray doing well. Another corner for Wrexham then. Again towards the goal mouth. There's a scramble. And it still isn't away. Well, that was something.
That was just like the first goal, just didn't go in. Exactly the same corner.
That was almost like something you see on a schoolyard, Yona.
Oh, look, they just can't get the foot to the... Oh, look at this. Yeah,
very definition of a goal-mouth scramble.
Lucky to get it away. But again, a corner. The captain Bartle winning the header and Eva Suckley free in the box.
Turner steals the ball. Chance for Barry now. This is Shanahan. Shanahan's cross bounces on. It's a hint of a push on the front post. But no appeal for a foul, and now Wrexham have a chance to break.
Miscommunication where there's...
Barker. Gets past Jenkins. Barker into the penalty area. She has options in the middle, but couldn't find either of them. Not the best cross at the end of that. She wanted Suckley to jump in and attack it. And I think Eva Suckley was waiting for the pullback.
Yeah, she's having a go at Hannah Snape, who just run, I think, 60 yards to try and get to the end of it, but not the best of balls by Baker into the box.
Had she got ahead of and pulled it back, Eva Suckley was unmarked about 12 yards out. Broadhurst once again picks up the pieces. Nearly finds India Shanahan. Murray out to Gunny. Broadhurst. Thought about hitting it forward. Gunny did it for her.
Oh, great touch by Shanahan. She's been the most positive player for Barry Myers since she's come on. She made a difference down this right-hand side.
Barry, having initially lost the ball, coming forward again. We're seeing a Stone on the far side. Stone couldn't get a cross in initially. She still has possession, still battling, does well. Low cross. Too close to Liz Craven. But that was much more positive from the visitors.
You just expect a bit better here from Josie Smith. She gets sold. Quick feet, gets sold on the wing, and then, yeah, great ball in. Good hands, Liz Craven.
Going for Wrexham on the far side as we go into the last 5 minutes of this first period. Battle across the back to Phoebe Davis. Snape. Hoping that Suckley could chase that, but Suckley was never going to get there first. Eddie Murray out quickly to clear.
Oh, great feet.
Chelsea Cochrane this time. Did well. Former Northern Ireland under-17 international.
Yeah, good feet, trying to make something happen, but she was on her own. And then, yeah, lost possession. Wrexham now very comfortable with the ball. Phoebe Davies getting a lot of time on this left-hand side.
A good idea by Lily Jones, and she got away with it, having initially showed too much of the ball to Danielle Broadhurst. Cara Jones now.
Yeah, great touch by Lily Jones, great determination to win the ball, win the 50-50 against Broadhurst, and then the great ball out to Cara Jones. Brilliant play by Lily Jones in midfield.
Both the Joneses been an integral part of this Wrexham side over the past couple of seasons. They've only missed one league game between them, Cara and Lily Jones, during the past 2 seasons. And she is Lily Jones. Saw her briefly, see her again, jogging back. And a busy summer. Lily Jones, away from football, became a member of the National Eisteddfod's Gorsedd y Beirdd.
Yeah, she's got a bit of the face of Wrexham, hasn't she, Lily Jones? Well speaker, she does well for the club, on and off the pitch.
Yep. It's because of, as Jonna suggested, her work on and off the pitch, as she was given a place in the Gorsedd.
Great ball by Broadhurst.
Stone.
Oh, wasteful.
Trying to cross it, nearly turned into a shot. Pretty wasteful, really.
Yes,
once again.
Turner's on the edge of the box, she had plenty of space. You know, they need to try and find feet. It's very, very wasteful, you know, in the Wrexham half.
Plenty for Stevie McCarthy Campbell to think about during the half-time break. Just coming up shortly. I think the Barry manager realised beforehand that it could be a difficult, a long afternoon without their first choice goalkeeper. It was almost like he was thinking of damage control before the match started.
Yeah, apart from the corner, there's, you know, they've been okay. They're just wasteful in possession at times, but they need to sort of the set place, and you know, they get a goal back and they'll be back in the game. Well, it's still 2-0. Well, Wrexham are wasteful like that. Yeah, they just need to sort of the set place, bit more positive in possession, and then go back before half-time, and who knows what the second half will bring.
Cara Jones, the latest culprit to miss it across. I think she might have had an unfortunate bobble there before she sliced it out for a goal kick.
Is there a bobble on this lovely pitch, mate? Not sure about that.
It's giving Cara Jones the benefit of the doubt, Jonna.
Fair play to you.
She's a much better player than that attempted cross suggested.
Yeah, of course she is.
Erin Murray under some pressure. Out of it initially, but only by putting Ellie Gunny under pressure. Maybe a throw in for Wrexham. But in the last minute of the first half. Feel a third goal before the break. We'll make the 3-point safe already. Barry gets it clear this time. Wrexham will start again though on the halfway line with Josie Smith.
Baker and Clinches, but again, great turn on the ball. She finishes.
Right across the face of goal. Well, you cannot give someone of Katie Barker's quality that much space in the area. She had all the time in the world to turn and shoot, and Ely made it 3. You might have heard there, there'll be 3 minutes to add on at the end of this first half. We're into the first of them now. Snape, little pass inside. Ball forward for Mahmood to chase. She was just offside the Pakistan international.
Yeah, great idea from Matt Clark, playing lovely football. See the third man run off Mahmood. Just needed to hold her run.
So there'll be an opportunity tomorrow night, as usual, to catch up with all the action from the weekend's football in Wales, from the Cymru Premier and also the Genero Adran Premier. That's at 10 o'clock on S4C. Craven, hits it long. Little touch from Suckley. Mahmood chasing again. Murray puts her foot through it. There was an offside. And the Barry players. Just again, well, she was walking gingerly, she's jogging away now. Ellie Gunny. Then the worst, I don't think. Make it through to half-time, certainly.
Yeah, they need to keep her. She's a good defender. She played a lot of games from last season. So yeah, they don't want to see her going off injured.
Throw in for Wrexham on the halfway line as we go into the last minute of this first half. Once again, the home fans in the stand on the far side making themselves heard. Hoping that Wrexham can add the third before the break. They're looking to do so now with a pass. It's too strong for Hannah Snape. Hannah Snape has now scored a first goal for a new team. Former England Schools International and also a former Chester player. Hannah Snape. She might want to keep that quiet now that she's with Wrexham. Made a debut for Chester at 16. There's plenty of experience, despite being young. Is there time for one last attack before the break? Referee looks at the watch and decides there isn't, and brings an end to the first period, which has seen the home side jump 2 goals ahead. The first goal scored within the first 2 minutes by the new Wrexham captain, Jodie Bartle, before Hannah Snape scored her first goal for the new side as well. And we get confirmation on the screen there. The score at half-time, Wrexham 2, Barrytown United 0. See you again in about quarter of an hour.
Diolch yn fawr iawn, Ffion. Ia, mae wedi bod yn hanner cyntaf gyfforddus iawn i'r dreigiau hyd yn hyn. Ni'n mynd i fod yn dadansoddi'r cyfan yn y man, ond yn gyntaf, mae fe'n anodd credu bod 4 blynedd ar 10 wedi bod ers i ni golli cyn-gapten a chyn-reolwr Cymru, Gary Speed. A nawr mae Cymdeithas Bêl-droed Cymru wedi creu twrnament arbennig cof amdano Cwpan Gary Speed, a gath camerau sgorio draw i weld yr holl beth.
So today is the final day of the Gary Speed Cup. It's been 9 days of what is a prestigious tournament, the first one, and it's kind of winner takes all today with Wales versus Northern Ireland. Players have been absolutely outstanding, both on and off the pitch. Real credit to us as a nation and obviously to Gary Speed and that legacy. Gary kind of stood for that humility and the boys have showed that throughout the week. We've had some challenging fixtures, which is really important for the players' development. And then today is a really big occasion for the boys, probably the biggest game of their careers so far. Pressure is a privilege, which we've told the boys. They've earned that privilege, and now it's about kind of just sticking to the game plan and competing for this great nation of Wales.
This is an opportunity for the boys to play in an environment where there's a little bit of pressure, and that's by purpose, because when they get to the under-16s we try and layer that competition, because in 12 months' time when they go to the under-17s they'll be competing in European qualifications. So this is a fantastic opportunity to test their temperament, their courage to play under pressure, and it's a fantastic opportunity to go and play against Northern Ireland, which is going to be blood and thunder, and it's a different test for them. But we're really, really excited about this group. There's some high potential boys in this group, and it's a real exciting time for Welsh football.
It's been brilliant. We've had the opportunity for young players to play against 3 completely different nations, you know, in Gibraltar, Japan and obviously Wales, who we know quite well, we play quite regularly. So to experience 3 different playing styles and 3 different challenges in each game is perfect learning for our young players. And once we got the invite to the Gary Speed Memorial Cup, we were more than happy to accept that invitation. You know, Gary being such an influential figure in Welsh football and everything that he did for the game, both as a player and as a coach manager, you know, we're delighted to come to this tournament in memory of his life.
Dwi'n nabod Gary ys oedd o'n 90-11 oed, oedd yn chwarae ni tîm Glaned Dyfrdwy. Ond y ffaith bod o yn enw Gary Speed, dwi'n ddiolchgar dros ben i Ian Gwyn Hughes a'r EPW am gael y gystadleuaeth yma am y tro cyntaf. A wrth gwrs, chael yn ei gartref ar y gogledd. A wedyn, dwi wedi gweld yr shield fel tai, a mae'n arbennig iawn. Dwi'n rhoi gweld y miteb beth ydy. Ia wir, mae 1 dim i Gymru. O, wel done, oce. O, mae'n dechreuad bendigedig. A da chi'n dall, wedi methu'r gol. A'r gol mawr, mi weld mi ar replay.
Very proud. It's a brilliant honour for him, and I've enjoyed it, and I can't believe really after 14 years people are still talking about him and that, you know.
But that's a reflection of how much he meant.
That's right, yeah, and we didn't realise this until after he'd gone. Of course, we loved him to bits, but we didn't realise that everybody else did as well, you know. It's, yeah, it's lovely.
It's been an emotional week for the family, but also a celebration as well, I suppose, of celebrating Gary's legacy. We all know, you know, what he done for Welsh football, and certainly for myself, being here to the younger generation coming through and seeing what impact he's had on the team throughout the years, and to see where Wales are now is because of him.
I really feel for you. Couldn't give it any more in the last week, all right?
They probably don't know now, but it's a really good learning curve for them. Part of their journey is in football is about disappointment and how they fall forward from that, and they bounce back from that. It's been a great experience for them, and unfortunately it hasn't gone their way today. Yeah, but we kind of dust ourselves down and move on.
It was a really close game, it was nip and tuck at stages. You know, I thought probably Wales started better, we came into it, then it flowed back to Wales, and then we came back into it, and I think, you know, you couldn't have got a more dramatic finish than that to the game and obviously to the tournament. So, you know, we're absolutely delighted to win the game today and win the first ever Gary Speed Memorial Cup. You know, to have that link to such a great man and our name be on the history books of all time for the first ever winners is really, really close to us.
Ie, braf iawn gweld Gary Speed yn cael ei gofio gyda'r twrnament arbennig yna. Reit yma, Owain Tyler-Jones wedi dod lawr o'r pwynt sylwebu i ymuno a fi. Reit te, Wrexham ar y blaen o 2 gol i ddim. Owain, maen nhw wedi edrych mor gyfforddus. Nhw'n ni weld y gol gynta, y capten yn rhoi Wrexham ar y blaen, a hwn oedd y dechreuad perffaith iddyn nhw.
Ie, cic osod oedden ni siarad cyn y gêm i brofi'r gol geidwad sydd ddim yn gol geidwad, a dyna'n union ddigwyddodd. Ti jyst yn gweld yn yr ardal, rhoidio dan bwysau ar capten Bartle. O'n i'n siarad amdani hi cyn y gêm. Mae'n rhyw olwg, swn i jyst ddim yn licio ffeit efo. Swn i'n colli'r ffeit yna, dwi'n gwybod hynna'n syth. Mae isio cyrraedd y bel yn gynt a neb, a wedyn mae'n ymateb yn gynt a neb, ac wrth i bodd yn medru rhedeg i ffwr yn dathlu. Felly, ie, y dechrau perffaith i'r capten ag i'r tîm.
Ie, y dathliad fi'n credu a gweud y cyfan, achos o'n i'n gweld i cyn y gêm yn dyfe, oedd hi'n siarad gyda'r chwaraewyr, oedd hi'n edrych mor angerddol mas na, mae'n edrych ar dipyn o gymeriad.
Yn sicr, a ti'n gwybod, dwi'n sôn swn i'n mynd i ffeit efo, swn i'n licio marcio ar cic agosod chwaith, oherwydd mae'r bygythiad yn mynd i fod yna drwy'r tymor, a chi di weld pa mae'n y chwaraewr sydd isio cyrraedd y bel, cyn unrhyw un arall, chwaraewr fela ydy capten Bartle.
Wedyn ar ôl rhyw 5 munud ar hugen, Hannah Snape, hi gath yr ail. Hi nath greu y gol gynta i Bartle hefyd gyda llaw. Owain Benestri o'r symudiad yma ar gol.
Ie, pas da gan Snape, a wedyn mae Mood yn gwneud be mae wedi gwneud drwy gydol yr hanner, jyst chwarae chwym, chwarae clyfar, yn torri drwy'r amddiffyn, a wedyn Snape yn gwybod taro'r targed. Dwi'n mynd i roi gormod o sylw negyddol ar y gol geidwad y fama, oherwydd yn syml iawn, mae angen mynd efo'i dwylo a ddim efo'i thraed, a dyna pam mae'r ergyd yn mynd i fewn, ond o safbwynt Snape, mae'n gwneud beth angen i wneud. Mae'n chwip o ergyd, teg at y postyn pellian, achos i trwbl, digon o gyflymder arni, ac yn anffodus i'r Bari, methu stopio hi.
Ie, beth sy'n credu fydd y nod nawr i'r Bari yn yr ail hanner na, Owain? Achos o'n i'n gwybod, hyd yn oed cyn i nhw gicio pel, oedd heddi mynd i fod yn her enfawr, wedyn yn amlwg popeth sydd wedi digwydd o ran dewis Erin Murray i ddechrau yn y gol. Ie, fel maen nhw'n llwyddo i gael rhywbeth mas o'r gêm yma, os yw hwnna'n bosib.
Dwi'n mynd i ddeud rhywbeth sy'n erioed wedi cael ei ddeud yn y byd pêl-droed o blaen. Mae 2 gol i ddim yn sgor peryg, sti, Sioned. Tra mae dal yn 2 gol i ddim, fe Bari yn meddwl os allan ni sgorio'r gol nesaf. Maen nhw wedi cael rhyw hanner cyfleon, felly dyn nhw ddim allan o'r gêm yn gyfan gwbl, ond Wrexham ydy'r tîm sydd yn edrych fel y tîm gorau, maen nhw'n edrych yn cyffyrddus, a maen nhw'n edrych yn fwy bygythiol.
Yn bendant. Wel, mae wedi bod yn wythnos fysi iawn o ran pêl-drod yma ar S4C, achos i ni newydd orffen wythnos rhyngwladol, nath tîm Craig Bellamy, tîm cynta dynion Cymru, nath nhw deithio mas i Kazakhstan cyn wynebu Canada mewn gêm gyfeillgar yn Abertawe. Fi o Owain yn mynd i fod yn trafod y cyfan yn y man, ond yn gyntaf, dyma beth oedd gan Craig Bellamy a'r chwaraewyr i ddweud ar ôl iddyn nhw golli o gol i ddim yn erbyn Canada. Craig, you said you wanted a test, you said you wanted intensity. What's the verdict after that one?
Yeah, no, definitely that. Definitely that. And the team they were able to field as well was a real strong team, which was perfect for us. And I'm sure they have a bench that's very strong as well. But I felt the performance was really good. I have to be honest, I'm really happy with that.
Yeah, no, it's been, I think overall been a positive week. The difficult game out in Kazakhstan, we got the three points that we wanted. It was a really tricky game. See, they were a good team, made it difficult. See, with the travel, the pitch, and all that, it was kind of all against us. But I thought we dealt well with it. And then, yeah, a tough test tonight. Like I said, disappointed with the result, but overall a good camp.
5 chwaraewr yn wario heno, oedd naill un ar hugen neu'n iau, fel un o'r chwaraewyr fwyaf profiadol. Oedd e'n teimlo falle bod ti falle'n meithrin rhai o'r ifanc, a gret i weld nhw'n cael cyfle heno yn erbyn Canada.
No, mae'n gret i weld boys ifanc, fel ni wedi dweud, bod pan bydd y siansys yn dod, maen nhw'n gallu wario dros ni, ac mae gemau yn erbyn tîm fel Canada heno yn mynd i helpu ni mewn y gemau anodd sydd i ddod.
Do you feel you're in a good place going into the next international window?
Yeah, as a big squad-wise, we've added more players. I like their profile for the future, definitely. But honestly, what I've learned in international football is don't look too far ahead. Worry about a Saturday before you come into camp, because you don't know what squad you're going to have. You don't know what squad you're going to plan for. Like, I didn't plan for this amount of numbers to be out on this one. Now, I'm also conscious as well of playing players today. Now, listen, they go to their clubs, and rightly so, they have the right to pick them. I know if we had injuries today off the back of Kazakhstan on a 3G pitch, I could lose them for October. So I was conscious of that as well. And that's not, it's like, it's honestly is a minefield, this. It's really enjoyable. I mean that, and I do enjoy that side. But we can speak about the squad and where we are on Saturday leading into the Sunday when we meet up. It's like, that fragile at times. It's crazy, but good.
We'll save that conversation for next month then. Craig, diolch yn fawr. Thank you. Mae'n mynd I fod yn gyfnod fisi iawn I dîm pêl-drod Cymru o dan Craig Bellamy. Dyma'r sefyllfa o ran y grŵp fel mae pethau'n sefyll. Gogledd Macedonia sydd ar y blaen. Gwlad Belg, wrth gwrs, nath nhw ymuno'r grŵp yn hwyr oherwydd gemau cyngrair y cenhedloedd nhw sy'n ail. A nhw fydd gwrthwynebwyr nesa Cymru yng Nghaerdydd mis nesa. Mae honna, yn mynd I fod yn dipyn o gêm yng Nghaerdydd. Owain, o'n i'n clywed wrtho Harry Wilson, Ben Davies a Craig Bellamy fyna. Ti'n cytuno gyda sylwadau Bellamy o ran yr wythnos rhyngwladol yna ac wrth gwrs y golled yn erbyn Canada?
Wythnos digon da. Y peth pwysig am yr wythnos oedd ennill y gêm allan yn Kazakhstan. Nathon ni lwyddo I wneud hynna. Chydig bach yn ffodus yn yr ail hanner, oedden ni dan fwy o bwysa na sy'n ni di licio bod. Ond dyna di lefel rhyngwladol. Da ni'n gweld Lloegr wedyn, cwpl o ddyddiau wedyn, just yn curo Andorra, 2 gol I ddim. Felly mae'r gemau yn anoddach efallai na'r disgwyl, ond dwi just yn edrych ymlaen rwan. Mae'r gemau eraill, ti just eisiau cael nhw allan o ffordd efo neb yn brifo a'r pwyntiau yn y bag, a wedyn ti'n gwybod Gwlad Belg adra, come on, mae hwnna'n mynd I fod yn special.
Mae'n mynd I fod yn enfawr. Mae'na gyfnod bach odd felly'n dod lan nawr, achos gêm cyfeillgar yn erbyn Canada, mae'n gêm cyfeillgar arall I ddod nawr yn erbyn Lloegr, hwnna'n digwydd yn Wembley. Ond os unrhyw beth, hwnna yw'r gêm berffaith I baratoi ar gyfer tîm yn erbyn Gwlad Belg?
Fydd Craig Bellamy yn gwybod pa chwaraewyr sydd angen chwarae, oherwydd da ni'n gwybod yn yr wythnosau nesaf fel oedd yn sôn. Ond gêm Gwlad Belg di'r bwysica. Lle fe yna bobl adra sydd yn deud unrhyw amser ti'n chwarae Lloegr, wrth gwrs mae'r hen olyniaeth. Ond sa ti'n rhoi cynnig I fi rwan bod ni'n ennill 1 o'r 2 gêm yna, wel, dwi'n gwybod beth swn i'n ddewis. Ennill yn erbyn Gwlad Belg, oherwydd honna di'r gêm gystadleuol go iawn. Honna sy'n gallu rhoi help mawr I ni gyrraedd cwp yn y byd. Heb o'r mynd drwy'r gem ail gyfla. Felly jyst gobeithio fod pawb yn troi fyny'n ffit, pawb yn barod amdani, a bod ni jyst yn gallu codi ofn arnyn nhw unwaith eto.
Thema arall o'r ffenest rhyngwladol diwetha, Owain eto Craig Bellamy yn sôn am hyn, oedd y chwaraewyr ifanc gath cyfle, achos oedd lot o chwaraewyr brofiadol ddim yn ffit, Ethan Ampadu, Joe Rodon, enghraifft ddim yn y garfan. Mor braf, gweld rai o'r boes ifanc yn cael cyfle o dan Bellamy.
Oedd hi'n gret, ond diolch yn cael llawer o gyfle I roed y cyfle, os mae'n gwneud synwyr, oherwydd dos am llawer o gemau cyfeillgar dyddiau yma. Lot di sôn am dyddiau efo John Tosha, ges i'n nghap cyntaf gan Tosh, ond a lot fwy o gemau cyfeillgar lle o'ch ti'n gallu gwneud hynna.
Pethau di newid cyment o ran y calendar.
Mae pethau wedi newid, felly oedd hynna'n gyfle gret iddo fo fedru gwneud hynna, a fydd y chwaraewyr jyst yn teimlo'n fwy hyderus. Mae gen I jans o fod yn rhan o'r garfan efo'r dyn yma am y tymhora nesa. Ac o'na ddigon o gyffroedd ddod yn enwedig Dylan Lawler o'r gêm gyntaf yn Kazakhstan. A wedyn oedd yn gweld Charlie Crew ac y Pacio'n dechrau'r ail gêm, felly mae'n gret gweld yr enwa newydd yma. Ella da ni'n gweld llawer amdanyn nhw.
Yn sicr. Wel, mae yna gemau enfawr I ddod dros y misoedd nesaf, a fel o'n i'n gweud, mae'r cyfan yn dechrau ar y 9fed o Hydref, achos fe fydd Crew sgorio I ni off I Wembley ar gyfer y gêm cyfeillgar yna yn erbyn tîm Thomas Tuchel, a wedyn ni ar y 30 ar 10 o Hydref yng Nghaerdydd. Fe fyddwn ni'n croesawu ein hen ffrindiau erbyn o'r Gwlad Belg, achos fel oedd Owain yn gweud, mae honna yn mynd I fod yn gêm allweddol, ac mae'r cyfan yn fyw wrth gwrs fan hyn ar sgorio ar S4C. Felly I ni bron yn barod ar gyfer yr ail hanner fan hyn lan yn Wrexham, felly nôl a ni nawr at ein tîmau sylwebu.
Diolch Sioned. As you can see, the players back out for the second half. No changes made by either manager at the break. And Charles Carpenter, the referee, very quick to get the game restarted. And the second time I've seen that this weekend, the second half starting in a very strange way. The ball being kicked forward, almost rugby style, in an attempt to win territory. I was doing a game in the Cymru Premier between Connah's Key Nomads and Cardiff met yesterday, and Cardiff Met did exactly the same as Barry did there at the beginning of the second half. Just hit the ball forward, but straight into touch at the beginning of the second half. Obviously wanting to start the second period on the front foot. Have you ever seen that before, Jonna? I hadn't before, and I've seen it twice in 24 hours.
No, I think it's wasteful, to be honest. I like to see teams keeping possession with the ball and trying to get momentum as you start the second half, because for me, you give the ball away straight away. But if you do that, the whole team's you've got to press as a team. The whole reason of doing it is to gain territory, but you've got to do a full team press when you do it, which they have done.
It was absolutely deliberate. There's no doubt about that. And now, about 70 seconds later, Barry do have a throw-in where the initial kick-off crossed the touchline.
And you'll see the full team press. You know, they've got all their players in Wrexham half, so they've started the game wanting to put Wrexham under pressure from the whistle, and yeah, this is what they need to do. If they can get an early goal, it's 2-1, and then it's anybody's game.
Ollie Jenkins, who's taken over the captaincy duties after Emily Freeman's departure. She threw the ball in there towards the Wrexham penalty area. Stone now hits it across, and a misunderstanding and an own goal. Phoebe Davis, who opened the scoring at the correct end of the pitch the last time these sides met, but she scored at the wrong end this evening, and that, out of nothing, has allowed Barry Town away right back into the game.
Great work by Stone down here. Strong, getting past Cara Jones, good early ball in, and you'd expect Liz Craven to give Phoebe Davies a shout in that position.
Well, having started the second half playing for territory, it seems to have worked for Barry Town. But suddenly, they've halved the deficit. They're only one goal in arrears now, and they're coming forward again. And again, it's Stone coming down this left wing.
Great tackle by Smith, Wrexham throw in. Again, Stone finding space and trying to attack. What happens, Josie Smith then gets pulled as one of the three centre halves because Cara Jones doesn't work back. She gets pulled out, leaving a bigger gap in the middle.
Clearance hits Josie Smith right in the face. She wobbled for a moment and then found her feet. I think she's okay. She took that clearance flush in the face.
Holly Jenkins is no rush to take this throw in, is she?
Looks like it's going to be a long one again. And it is thrown towards the Wrexham penalty area. Stone back to Jenkins. Misses a kick this time. Almost wins the ball back. Great work by Cochran initially. But it ends up being a Wrexham throw-in.
Yeah, Barry started on the front foot and obviously got that early goal, and now it's 2-1, and anything can happen now, anybody's game. So Wrexham now need to keep the ball, keep possession, try to get back to what they did in the first half.
I mentioned that last game between these two sides back in December last year. It actually finished 4-3 to Wrexham, thanks to Olivia Fuller's late winner. But it was only 1-0 at half-time in that game, and then it all kicked off in the second period. So, having already had one goal since the break, who knows what we'll see during the remaining 40 minutes. Throwing for Wrexham on the halfway line. Barker. Couldn't quite get there quickly enough. Craven. Gave a clear shout of keepers this time.
A bit closer, wasn't it?
Suckley tried to bring it down. Couldn't quite control it. Murray. Moves it out along the ground. Slightly heavy touch from Amelia Herbert, but she got away with it, and that's a lovely ball forward. Shanahan, the substitute. And her cross finds the side netting, not as intended.
Yeah, great work by Herbert in midfield. Managed to get the space turn and find the great ball. Shanahan down the right wing. And a wasteful. They should have done better in that situation.
And I mentioned Barry wanting to start the second half on the front foot. They've certainly done that. Ball chipped forward. Suckley after it, as is Barker. Barker gets the ball across to Mahmood. Mahmood makes space for herself. And she hits it well, but straight at Erin Murray. And good hands once again from the makeshift goalkeeper. She held on to that one well.
Yeah, we'd expect her to stop them, wouldn't you? You'd expect them to catch them. But poor from Mahmood, you just expected to find the corners in that situation.
Shanahan hits it forward this time. It was Kira Harris who was chasing it. She fouled. There's going to be a free kick for Wrexham.
Phoebe Davies now needs options. Everybody's static, then she needs some runners.
Hits it long in the end. Beyond Ava Suckley.
Although Wrexham plays static, she needs options on the ball. No one was moving for her.
Miss it. Presents possession back to the home side. Smith takes her time. Hits it back to the goalkeeper, Craven. Oh, huge header by Craven! And it's 2-2. A terrible mistake from the Wrexham goalkeeper has allowed Barry to equalise. And after only 7 minutes of the second period, that 2-0 advantage that Wrexham had at the break has disappeared. And it's primarily of their own making. We'll see it again. She took way too much time, way too casual, was Liz Craven. And it was Kira Harris who was there to make it 2-2.
You know, she's been very casual all game, to be honest, Liz Craven. She's been, it's been close call when she's been on some of these back passes already, but that one was, yeah, you just can't do that. She had plenty of time to give the ball back to Smith on the right-hand side, but she wanted to try and be clever and change and switch play. But yeah, well done, Harris. Good pressure and got rewarded for the hard work.
Well, the spotlight was on the other goalkeeper, Erin Murray, before the game started. And, to be honest, through most of that first half. But it's shifted now very quickly to being on Liz Craven.
You know, the Cardiff TNS game last weekend, 1-0 Cardiff, and that was a goalkeeper error, but that meant 3 points lost for Cardiff. So your keepers, they're vital. So, we just don't expect them to do silly mistakes like this at this level.
Well, there was no pressure at all on Lizzie Craven there. There really wasn't. I'm sure Kira Harris couldn't believe her luck. An empty goal in front of her. She wasn't going to miss from there.
Game on, 2-2.
Who would have expected this? Once again, it's kicked off in the second period between Wrexham and Barry Town.
Another set piece for Wrexham here, so Barry, I'm hoping they've had a word at half-time of how to defend corners, how to defend set pieces from this situation, because they were poor in the first half.
Hannah Snape will swing this in on her left foot. Two in the wall for Barry. It's a deep cross, headed back towards goal, just too high for Eva Suckley, but it will be a corner.
Same pattern, finding Bartle at the far post. Headed back across goal, looking for Eva Suckley. Same pattern, third, fourth, fifth time.
Nearly worked.
Yeah, better defending this time by Barry. Playing Harad Behrman in defence.
Cara Jones to take the corner then. gives a signal. Hits it towards that crowded 6-yard box. Barry get it away as far as Mahmood. She's knocked to the ground. There was a trip, it will be a free kick. Lily Jones wanted to take the kick quickly. 2 Barry Town players had other ideas. Long kick down the field. No one there in the Barry shirt though. And again, it's a matter of territory.
This Craven not taking any chances then.
No, she kicked that back where it came from very quickly.
Yeah, she just needs to get confidence back now, so I don't think she'll be doing anything silly for the next 10-20 minutes.
Erin Murray. Long kick down the field. Smith nearly turned into trouble, but did well in the end. Cara Jones.
Great defending, Cochrane.
Stopped in her tracks there by Chelsea Cochrane. And for the second time in about, what, 20 seconds, the former Northern Ireland under-17 international slides in. The clean tackle.
Yeah, she's done well to stop Wrexham's momentum. She gets her foot in. She's been vital for them in that midfield.
Barker turns, goes into the penalty area. Shot blocked. Shot from distance. Low shot from Nat Clark. He was on target just about, but didn't create any kind of problems for Erin Murray.
Again, great turn by Barker, but then again, great block as well in defence by Beeman again to stop Barker, because she's so dangerous when she gets that ball on the half turn.
Craven, no messing about this time. Hoofs it down the field. Ball falls for Mahmood eventually. Maz Mahmood battling again to keep possession, loses it eventually. She works so hard, as we mentioned, during that first half, to regain and retain possession in the middle of the field. Ball out to Cara Jones. Jones's cross. Again, Barry Town United.
Yeah, again,
deal with the danger.
Again, Cochrane just disrupting Wrexham's momentum. She just gets the foot in at the right time.
Here's Cleven. Miles out of a penalty area. Gets it forward. Finds Cara Jones. Cleven's going to have to rush back now, though. Stone, who looked up, half considered going for a long-range shot and then thought better of it. Eventually lost possession. After a little personal battle with Josie Smith. There's a foul by Sienna Stone.
Great bit of battling there. I don't think the ref needed to blow a whistle then, did she? Great bit of battling by the two players.
6 of one, half a dozen of the other.
Yeah,
I think is the best way to describe what happened there.
Yeah, let them play.
Mahmood back in their own half this time. Did enough. Smith back to the goalkeeper. It's been put under pressure again by Harris. Dealt with it this time though. Barry looked like a different team now. There's an offside that's going to bring this little attack to an end. Jasmine Turner falling back. Barry number 10. Jasmine Turner never actually won a Welsh cap, but she was on the bench as an unused sub here at the racecourse back in 2020 when Cymru beat Estonia 2-0 in a friendly. Didn't get on the pitch. So part of the squad, and she knows this stadium very well. the Barry number 10. And now we're gone. Big changes since the break in terms of the scoreline at least. It was 2-0 at half-time. It's 2-2 now. 2 quick-fire goals for Barry Town.
Yeah, I don't think Wrexham were expecting Barry to come out as they have done. They've had a bit of a shock. So now it's their turn to try and think of changing the game, getting the ball up to Ava Suckley. But then we have got few substitutes warming up, as we can see. And we do have the options of Rosie Hughes and Idden on the bench for Wrexham.
There's plenty of attacking options. They were warming up during that first half. You mentioned then, only was 2-0. And Jenny Sugarman won't need them. She might now. Mahmood's ball forward, slightly too heavy. But Barker does get there first. Barker's cross now. And the ball off the head of Danielle Broadhurst. And landed on the roof of the net. But again, Barry gets away with it. With the speed there of Katie Barker.
Yeah, Mahmood did the hard work, winning the ball midfield, carrying it, but she overhit the pass to Barker. If that pass would have been better, she would have been through on goal, and that would have been 3-2.
Another corner then for the home side. Again, towards our 6-yard box. I think Suckley did get ahead to it that time. Couldn't direct the header goalwards. Ball back into the area. And a defensive mixer by Barry this time. Leads to another corner for Wrexham. The 9th of the evening.
I'm not sure if these Barry defenders are talking to each other. They're obviously not used to having Erin Murray in goal, but someone needs to take control on that defence and then just get their foot through the ball.
Hannah Snape with a corner. I'm not sure if that was Erin Murray's fist or Eva Suckley's head. Either way, the ball came back out to Hannah Snape, and now Barry have stolen it and they're on the break. India Shanahan. She's so quick, and she's got away from Smith this time. With a chipped cross, again, way too close to Liz Craven.
So Shanahan has the pace on Smith all day long. I don't know why she needs to feel she needs to cross it from far out. She could have taken her on then, but she's got the pace on her all day. Because Jodie Smith in the back on the right hand side, she's struggling. When somebody runs at her with the ball, she struggles for the pace.
And the Barry player down, needing treatment. I think it's Sienna Stone who's down, getting some treatment. Chance for the rest of the players to have a break.
Yeah, I think
frantic first quarter now to second half. It's actually Chelsea Cochran who's down, receiving some treatment.
I think it's a good time for Wrexham. Recoup, get them all in and listen to Jenny Sugarman with, I'm hoping, some different ideas. They've had the best start to the second half. First 20 minutes they've been poor. So yeah, time for them to recoup and take some fluids on board and take some instruction of how to change things.
How long before Jenny Sugarman decides to make some personnel changes, do you think, Iona?
Although they've been warming up, there doesn't seem to be too much action on the bench at the moment. I think you give it another 10 minutes and then you need to start looking at different options. Ava Suckley doing well up front.
Have a look at the two Barry Town goals. The first one an own goal, of course, off the foot of Phoebe Davis. Defensive mix-up there, and then a goalkeeping error 6 minutes later by Liz Craven, handing Ciara Harris an equaliser on a plate. So Cochran has to leave, it would seem. There she is. Seems in some distress as she hobbles back to the bench. And it's actually going to be a double substitution for Barry Town United during the next break in play. It's Lucy Atswood and Becca Thomas who are waiting to come on. Still, Charlotte Carpenter, the referee, allowing play to go on, or is she? She eventually decides that the substitutions can be made now. So we've already seen that Chelsea Cochran has left. And the other player who's going off is the goal scorer, Kira Harris. Rebecca Thomas and Lucy Atwood, who wasn't in the squad last Sunday, coming on for the last 25 minutes or so.
Yeah, Cochran will be a big loss in midfield for them. She's worked hard. Like I mentioned, her broken momentum, and yeah, she's going to be a big loss. So let's see what Atwood can do in midfield for them now as a replacement.
There are two positive changes because Becca Thomas, the 18-year-old who's just joined from Cardiff Met, she's a striker, and then Lucy Atwood, she's a winger. So Stevie McCarthy-Campbell obviously thinks there's an opportunity to take 3 points here. But it's the home side. We're making progress now. Don't get a corner this time, though.
You know, the ball to Ava Suckley and Barker, it just hasn't been good enough from Wrexham in the second half. They're feeding off bits, they're feeding off the mistakes of Barry's defence, but it hasn't been good enough from Wrexham's midfield in terms of delivery to their strikers. Mamouche trying to make things happen, but again, the final pass into the strikers just hasn't worked.
You can see on the screen there, it's not just football that you can watch on S4C tomorrow night. Just before Scorio's weekly highlights roundup, some rallying to watch as well, if that's your thing. Well headed forward by Holly Jenkins. Substitute Lucy Atwood does find Stone in the end. Not as intended. Sienna Stone's cross flashed right across the face of goal.
You just expect Turner to be on the end of that. Again, great play by Stone. Smith can't keep up with it, and again, great ball across the edge of the box. Just a shame there's no one there for Barry to finish it off.
All that needed was a touch. More food for thought for Wrexham manager Jenny Sugarman.
I'm sure Liz Craven gives a white hair. I'm sitting in on the edge of my seat every time this ball goes back. I'm sure she's thinking, can you please just get rid of it?
And as Wrexham were under pressure again now, they do deal with the danger this time. And Jenny Sugarman is going to make her first change of the evening. And it's going to be Abby Iddenden who's going to come on. Last season's top scorer for Wrexham in all competitions.
Yeah, some intense instruction down there going on between Jenny Sugarman and Abby Iddenden.
Play continues for the time being. Of course, once I say that, the change will now be made. So Abby Iddenden about to come on. And it's going to be Ava Suckley who's leaving the field. The top scorer in all competitions for Wrexham last year, coming on for the top scorer in the league, Ava Suckley.
Yeah, she's done well. She just hasn't had the delivery in the second half. He just hasn't gone her way. So I guess Iddenden is going to offer something new, ball in the channels and chase and close them down and just try and again feed off bits unless the quality of the delivery improves from Wrexham.
Got 17 goals in all competitions last year, did Abby Iddenden. Last of them a penalty in the Welsh Cup final in that defeat to Cardiff City. Here she is now. First touch for the substitute, Iddenden. Lily Jones, great ball. Finds Barker. Barker into the penalty area. Goes herself. And a shot can only find the side netting. She did have an option in the middle. Iddenden is on her way forward. Barco went herself and couldn't find the net. See it again. Great ball in the first place from Lily Jones. Actually, we've seen the incident off the ball, which has left India Shanahan down and needing treatment. Here's the actual attack.
That extra touch took her too wide. So if she would have taken the first touch and brought it inside in front of the defender, she would have been at one-on-one with the keeper. But that touch took her wide, so that's where the shot on goal past the post.
And after that poor first touch, should she maybe have taken a different option than Jon and tried to find Iddenden in the middle?
Yeah, but because the touch took it far out, the defender then was in the way, so she couldn't find it in an easy pass for the tap-in. So for me, the decision was the one before that touch. That's where she would have either gone across the defender or find Iddenden.
So here are the other results from earlier this afternoon in the Adran Premier. Game between Swansea and Pontypridd was called off after an hour due to the weather. And you saw the other result, a fine win for Aberystwyth at home against the New Saints. And then Cardiff City with a comfortable victory in their match as well, the champions.
Yeah, you'd have expected TNS to come away with a win, Aberystwyth, after their great start last week against Cardiff. But obviously Aberystwyth, tough place to go and get the 3 points. So, yeah, they're off the mark this season. 3 points in the bag.
Zaber struggled down the bottom last season, but survived just above Cardiff Met. It was Barry who finished above the two of them in 6th. The best ever position and points total for Barry in the national top tier last season, and finished the previous 3 seasons in 7th. Cross to no one. The second ball nearly fell to Lucy Atwood. For Phoebe Davis got it away. Josie Smith. Smith again. Long direct ball this time, but between the two players in red.
Yeah, she needed to find one of the plays, then she hit the defender in the middle, and she both of them made great runs, but unfortunately the defender read the ball.
The ball had crossed the touchline. Josie Smith being called forward. Almost all the way to the halfway line. She is again then. Smith. Didn't have much room to play with there. And inevitably the ball crossed the touchline and went out for a throw-in.
Yeah, Barry closing down now much better than they did in the first half. So Wrexham have got less time on the ball. So they're making this mistakes, and this is where this throw-in has come from.
With a quarter of an hour to go, Jonna, this one's still very, very much in the balance.
And it could go either way, mate. It's, we're end to end, and I wouldn't like to call it.
We wouldn't have expected to be saying that at half-time. Wrexham looked very, very comfortable at the break. Things change very, very quickly.
A game of 2 halves, mate.
Indeed.
A game of 2 halves.
Use that well-worn football cliche, but it's so true. Of course, Wrexham's troubles at the beginning of the second half were very much of their own making. But Barry have looked a different team since the break, to be fair.
Yeah, from that rugby start, as you call it, full team press, and they've kept momentum. They've closed down. They tried to keep the ball a bit better as she gave it away. But then again, the 2 goals they've had have been Wrexham's errors. So, yes, it's 2-2, but they haven't had to do that much to score both goals.
Mahmood trying to start something again. 2 blocks, prevents the ball from reaching Cara Jones. It's not quite clinical enough that time.
Yeah, Herbert again reading the pass. Both passes should done well. Just again break momentum, breaking play, making life difficult for Wrexham.
The ball went missing into the bench for a while there to make life difficult for Wrexham. Stopped them from restarting the game quickly. It's quite a panic there trying to find the ball. Josie Smith. Quick feet. And she's strong, does well. Finds Mahmood, turns on the halfway line. Davis. Gets it out wide. Cheeky little back heel there.
Wrexham need to find Mahmood in the attacking third, because at the moment when she gets the ball she's playing very deep. So when she beats her players and that deep, then she's a bit too far away from goal. So they need to try and find her and get more involved in the game further up the pitch.
Broadhurst. Too far this time. Too close to Liz Creven. Snape chips it forward. Barker got a head to it but couldn't quite find Cara Jones. Barry again looked to break. Not the best pass though. It will be a throw in for the visitors on halfway. Seems to have said that phrase a lot this afternoon, talking about throw-ins on halfway. Maybe it reflects how, for both sides, things have tended to break down in that part of the field. Barry making territorial progress down this left flank this time. We'll get another throw-in now. Closer to the Wrexham defensive third.
Yeah, neither team have kept the ball well, to be fair, you know, all the game. They've been wasteful in possession. Oh, they've been wasteful in possession. But yeah, I would say 50-50 is equal. Both teams have kept the ball at times, but in terms of consecutive passes, I couldn't say that neither team have kept it better than the other.
Slight moments of panic there because of what had happened before. But I think Jodie Bartle knew exactly what she was doing. A member of security there, enjoying the game, rather than keeping an eye on the cars in the car park behind the goal. He's got a good view there as well, the whole pitch. And for a moment, it looked like he was going to have a good view of an Wrexham chance. But an offside flag brings that to an end. Maz Mahmood doesn't agree, as you'd expect.
I didn't think she was. No, she wasn't.
Well, that was very tight. No VAR here, though. Ellie Priest coming on. For another Ellie Gunny leaving. And it's strange, really, that Ellie Priest is only coming on for the last 10 minutes or so, because she scored in the last 3 games between these sides. All 3 games that were played during last season, the 2 league games and then the game in the Genero Adran Trophy. Ellie Priest found the net. And she's only got some 10 minutes or so to repeat that trick this afternoon.
It looks like Jenny Sugarman's having a few words with Rosie Hughes by the Wrexham bench.
Yeah, Rosie Hughes, I'm sorry, came off the bench last week, scored a goal. And Jenny Sugarman telling her to do the same maybe this weekend. Again, Creven leaving it to the very last minute before making that clearance.
I think we need to have a word with the goalkeeper coach here, mate. She's giving me a lot of grey hair.
Holly Jenkins, stepping captain, with a throw again. Either side able to keep possession at the moment. Snape cleverly over her shoulder. Finds Mahmood. Mahmood forward to Iddenden. Abby Iddenden, the substitute. Back to Mahmood, who has some space at the edge of the area. Quick feet by Mahmood. She's still going. Turns. Amazingly, Mahmood still going. And eventually, she runs into Danielle Broadhurst on the edge of the 6-yard box. Throw-in taken quickly. Iddenden turning now. Mahmood knew she was offside, though. She'll have to let that one go. And again, great work initially by Maz Mahmood. She just couldn't get the shot away, though. We'll see a little run again now here. That was brilliant on her.
Yeah, great feet. But for me, she took it one step too far. There, the pass would have gone to Iddenden there. For me, she took it one step too far.
So, a double substitute now for Wrexham. Phoebe Davis and Cara Jones leaving the fray. Karen Allen comes on. She actually started last week's game, but only lasted 3 minutes before going off with an injury. And Rosie Hughes. She's on. Came on as a substitute to score last week. Can she do the same here this evening against Barrytown United? Rosie Hughes actually scored 5 goals in one game against Barrytown United 2 years ago. Hasn't scored against them since, though.
But you know there's
Change
goals.
that tonight.
Yeah, you know there's goals in Rosie Hughes. Every time she's on the pitch, you know what she can do. But now they've gone with Rosie Hughes, Iddenden up front, with Mahmood and Barker behind them, so there's plenty of attacking options on the pitch now for Wrexham.
Yeah, Jenny Sugarman very much going for the 3 points.
Yeah, definitely. Having Rosie Hughes up there, then Iddenden playing off her. Then we just need to get these attacking players in on the possession of the ball now.
Not for the first time this evening. Throw in for Barry on the halfway line. It's going to be Holly Jenkins to launch the ball down the left flank. Free kick for Wrexham. Josie Smith's shirt has been pulled. Iddenden gets the ball back to Smith. Beats Becca Thomas. Couldn't find Maz Mahmood.
Nat Clark is finding all the pockets, options up to ball to the feet, but they're just not seeing her.
So with some 6 minutes to go, Jonna, head on the block. Are we going to see another goal here? And which way is it going to go?
I'm going Wrexham 3-2.
There we go, you heard it here first. Snape hits it forward.
Wrexham have seen more of the ball in the last 10-15 minutes. For me, they look like the team that's going to more likely to score.
Hughes with a little touch to Barker. Barker gets it back across towards Hughes. Iddenden turns and shoots straight at Erin Murray. Well, that was a chance. Abby Iddenden had plenty of time to take a touch and turn, but she couldn't find the net.
Again, Bark using a pace again down the left-hand side. Great pull back.
Hughes. Pass too heavy this time. Caught in 2 minds, maybe. Eddie Murray happy to take her time.
Yeah, Barry would definitely be happy with this, with the points from this game. You know, going into the game, they would, you know, if you gave them a point to all at the beginning of the game, they would have taken that all day.
Rosie Hughes' shirt has quite clearly been pulled there.
That should have been the yellow card, surely. Oh, there we go.
Free kick for Wrexham. In a promising position. No card for Danielle Broadhurst. Charlotte Carpenter thought about it, but then opted against it. So a free kick for Wrexham. A chance for them to put the Barrytown United defence under pressure. Lily Jones with a kick, not her best. And a touch is enough to get it clear and out for a throw-in.
What a poor ball by Lily Jones. We know what she can do, and a free kick at this time in the game, 86th minute, where they're needing a goal. You expect better from Lily Jones in that position.
Yeah, very uncharacteristic, that one. The danger isn't over. The throw-in headed on by Iddenden. Shout for a corner, and that's exactly what it's going to be from the shot by Hannah Snape. A 10th corner for the home side. As we approach the final 3.5 minutes of the 90.
Again, Rosie Hughes in front of Erin Murray, again unmarked. Get the ball on top of her.
Snape towards the goal mouth, and it is in! Rosie Hughes is claiming it, but most of the Wrexham players have gone over to celebrate with Hannah Snape, who took the corner. They think it was an Olympico, a goal direct from a corner kick. Rosie Hughes is still going to claim it as hers. Either way, with 3 minutes to go, the home side have retaken the lead. We'll see it again now. I don't think Rosie Hughes got a touch on that, did she, Honor? Let's have a look again. Oh, she wasn't close to it.
No. Rosie Hughes was well inside the goal herself by the time the ball went in.
And it went in off a Barrytown player, but it may well go down as Hannah Snape's goal because he was curling in towards the net.
Yeah, Murray, to be fair to her, no experience as a goalkeeper. Did she need to come out to try and get the ball? If she would have stayed where she was on the line, then maybe things would have been different. But again, she's not a goalkeeper, so we can't be too harsh on her.
Hannah Snape, her second goal of the evening. We'll give it to her. Now Barry, having fought so hard in this second half and having got back into the game, and they do so a second time. They've got 90 seconds to hit back. They have a throw in. Shanahan, great control, not the best pass though. Ball cleared as far as Jenkins. Jenkins hits it across. Becca Thomas, too much on the pass.
How many minutes ago did we call it 3-2, May?
Yes, fair enough. I think it took a couple of minutes for Wrexham, literally a couple of minutes for Wrexham, to react to your prediction and prove you're right, Jonna.
And I think, deservedly, I think they've been the better team the second part of the second half. So, yeah, although again, an own goal or a mistake, but still, a well-deserved, I think.
Chip forward, but there was an offside. So the half a chance comes to nothing as we approach the 90-minute mark. So we'll see now how much time there is to add on. How much time there is for Barry to try and find a second equaliser. They're going to have 5 minutes. So plenty of time yet.
But I'm struggling to see where the goals will come from for Barry. They've, like I said, they've scored 2 with Wrexham errors. So I'd struggle, unless they start pushing players forward, I struggle to see where the goal comes from.
Backer into the penalty area. Goes herself! Murray with a save, again with the feet. And eventually, the ball bounces out for a corner. Murray claiming she was fouled by Rosie Hughes. But it is going to be a corner.
Again, same story. Barker down the left, using her pace, taking defenders on.
The fourth goal now would make it safe. Can Hannah Snape do something similar to what she did a couple of minutes ago from the corner kick? Again, Rosie Hughes standing right on the line in front of Erin Murray. A deep corner this time, too deep, beyond everyone. So it's not over yet for Barry. You can see there on the screen, Owain Tudur-Jones is a part of our Welsh language commentary team today. Has chosen Hannah Snape with her 2 goals as the player of the match this evening. Highly deserved, I think.
Yeah, definitely, and I think Lily Jones close as well. She's done great work in midfield. She supported the defence, she supported the attack. I think she's had a very good game.
That's great work there from Lily Jones on halfway. Barker again on the charge into the penalty and a great run! And again, Erin Murray saves with her legs. The shot was straight at her, it was a good shot. But Katie Barker, she's looked so lively at times tonight, hasn't she, Anna?
Yeah, she's been dangerous. As soon as she gets the ball to her feet, her pace is terrifying the Barry defence. Her finishing is probably questionable. I think she should have done better on some occasions. And maybe some decision making, but yeah, all in all, brilliant play and played well today.
Hannah Snape take the corner from the other side this time. Deep into injury time at the end of the game. Corner cleared. Is there a chance for Barry to launch one last attack? Get a throw in. Combination of Iddenden and Rosie Hughes steal the ball. It's Wrexham who are coming forward late on. Hughes' touch, trying to find Iddenden. It comes back to Rosie Hughes, who finds the side netting.
Great tackle by Jenkins in the first instance. But yeah, Rosie Hughes. Do we expect a little bit better? Probably.
It was unselfish the first time.
Great tackle by Jenkins.
Found the side netting, but always going wide, the shot. Less than 90 seconds of the additional 5 minutes to go now. And it's Josie Smith who's coming forward. Finds Iddenden. Iddenden couldn't find Mahmood though, but it will be a Wrexham throw. And I'm guessing the women in red won't be in any rush to take this.
No, they just need to keep ball now. Play sensible football, play to feet. They don't need to try and score that 4th goal. They need to keep possession and make sure Barry don't have the ball.
Mahmood towards the corner flag. Fouls in the end as she decided to cross. So Barry will have one last chance to launch the ball down the field. We're in the final minute of additional time. Is there yet time for more drama? Broadhurst headers the ball on. Ball comes back to her. She can't control it. 3rd time. Broadhead with a pass this time. And there is a chance here. Becca Thomas into the penalty area as a Barry player down. And Wrexham get it clear, but what happened there? There won't be a penalty. We get to see it. Oh, I tell you what, that's a blatant shirt pull there from Jodie Bartle. The Wrexham captain has got away with one there. Charlotte Carpenter, the referee, didn't see it the first time. And I have to admit, I didn't either.
Yeah, the captain taking a massive risk here. If the referee would have seen that, it would have been a penalty. So yeah, she took a massive risk because yeah, she was, you know, that pull back, and she would have been clear on goal.
Shanahan, who she pulled back. See it again, off the ball there. That's a stonewall penalty, isn't it, Iona?
She fell on her head, didn't she? I think this is what's causing her problems.
Yeah, she's been down a while now, India Shanahan, seemingly struggling
She looks
to catch her breath. But that means that the game will continue for a little while yet, once India Shanahan gets a win back. Stevie McCarthy-Campbell still giving instructions, sending more and more of his players forward now. There's nothing to lose. 6.5 minutes into injury time.
That would have been a great ending, maybe a penalty in the 95th minute.
Well, it should have been a penalty, that's for sure. Jodie Battle will be counting her lucky stars that VAR isn't currently used in the Genero Adran Premier. India Shanahan still down, receiving treatment.
Yeah, that would mean if the penalty was given and the penalty scored, the game finished in a 3-3. Wrexham would have been very unlucky because, you know, 2 gifts to the first 2 goals and then a penalty. But they've like you say, they've managed to get away with it, and the captain counts self very lucky.
Well, when play will restart, it will be a Barry Town United throw-in and a chance for them to put the Wrexham defence under pressure one last time. So a delay like this, the Wrexham players especially will need to be aware that they need to keep concentration, because if they lose it now, they may well pay for it. India Shanahan has to leave for the moment, so Barry Town may well finish the game with 10 players. Can they finish it with one last attack and possibly a goal? It would seem not. Wrexham clear their lines. Iddenden picks up the second ball for Barry, steal it back. Only Charlotte Carpenter knows how much time's left now. As you can see, we've had 8 minutes over the 90 now. Josie Smith preparing to launch the ball down the wing. And she took too much time over it, it would seem. She will get another chance, and India Shanahan will also have a chance to return to the field of play. Will she have another chance to get involved?
Wrexham have finished this game very well. They've been very messy last few minutes, where it's their game to win. They need to keep possession, keep the ball, but they've been pushing for the 4th goal. It's about game of management at this level.
Corner kick for Wrexham. Now, pretty much every corner, I think all of the 12 previous corners that Wrexham have been hit long towards Erin Murray's goal mouth. I'd be amazed if they did the same this time. Surely this one's just going to be a short corner. Keep it close. Keep the ball down there for whatever amount of time is left to play. And it seems that is the plan. 3 players there. Mahmood and Iddenden alongside Hannah Snape. She's not going to try another Olympico. Barry get the ball out and then get a free kick.
I'm surprised this game is still going. I'm not sure what's happening with the referee's watch here. Another injury.
We're going to reach the 100-minute mark. And one last chance for Barry to launch the ball downfield. Erin Murray, the goalkeeper, the makeshift goalkeeper, who all in all's done well tonight, to be fair to her, takes the kick, and there isn't time for anything else. Charlotte Carpenter brings the game to an end. A game which was much, much more competitive in the second period compared to the first half. 2 quick goals for Barry at the beginning of the second half. from Wrexham errors got them right back into the game. But then a late goal from Hannah Snape's corner won the game for the home side. So Wrexham make it 2 wins from 2 at the beginning of the new season. Barry still looking for the first point. Jonna, thank you as usual for your company tonight, and we'll hand you back now to Sionna David.
Well, Jenny, after what was an emphatic win against Britain Ferry on the opening weekend, is it fair to say you had to work a little bit harder for that one today?
Yeah, absolutely. I think we never quite got into our stride either half. I thought we were better in the first half, but we made it difficult for ourselves in the second half today. But performance-wise, we're probably not too happy, but result-wise, we definitely are.
Yeah, it's the old cliche, you know, a game of two halves. I think it's fair to say that's what it was in terms of Wrexham's performance. What do you think changed in that second half? What did Barry do to make things a bit trickier for you?
Oh, they came at us a lot more in the second half, and they put us under a bit of pressure, and we panicked at times. And you know, we're still very early in how we want to play and our journey, and how we're you know, we want to play out and be in possession of the ball. And at times we rushed that today because of the pressure that they put on us second half. But a good team finds a way to win.
You certainly did that as well. I have to say, 2 of your new signings as well, getting the goals. Just how pleased are you that they've managed to get off the mark and started the season really strongly here at Wrexham?
Showing brilliant character in both games now, and that really, really delights me. And I think hopefully we'll continue to build, continue to get better, continue to create the chances that we want to create. And we've had quite a few today. We've worked their keeper very hard, but we kept hitting them at the keeper instead of finding the corners. So that's something for us to work on.
Finally, first home win, playing here at the Stock Kairas as well. We can just see your players celebrating with the fans in the corner. Just what does it mean to get that first win of the season here at home?
I'm absolutely delighted for the players, but even so for the fans. They've been fantastic with us over the last few weeks, really got behind us in pre-season. Obviously last week at Britain Ferry, and come out in their numbers today, even not in the best conditions. So you know, we're pleased for them that they can enjoy a win.
Jenny, thank you very much. Diolch yn fawr. We'll see you soon.
Thank you, diolch.
Felly, 3 pwynt fan hyn I Wrexham. Jyst i'ch atgoffa chi o ganlyniadau eraill y diwrnod. Aberystwyth yn cipio buddugoliaeth enfawr yn erbyn y seintiau newydd. Caerdydd yn sgorio 5 gôl yn erbyn Llansawel, ac ath y gêm rhwng Abertawe a Pontypridd I gohirio oherwydd y tywydd lawr yn y de. A dyma'r tabl felly ar ôl ail penwythnos tymor prif adran Genero. Aberystwyth ar y brig, wedyn ni Abertawe, Caerdydd yn drydydd, Wrexham yn y 4rydd safle yna. A mae fe'n braf iawn nawr cael cwmni Lily Jones. Fi jyst yn mynd I symud draw fan hyn. Wel, Lily, ti'n gwenu yn gyntaf, mae hwnna'n beth da, ond ie, pa mor tricky oedd yr ail hanner na, achos oedd Barry nath nhw'n wneud I chi weithio'n galed ar y deged, o fe?
Mae hyd yn anodd mynd 2-0 up, dwi'n meddwl, yn y hanner gyntaf na. A dyn oedden ni 2-2 o fewn 60 munud, dwi'n meddwl. Mae baton y trydydd gol wedyn yn her. Ond dwi'n meddwl oedden ni'n gwybod oedd o'n dod, oedden ni'n creu cyfleoedd ar ôl cyfleoedd, a o'r diwedd oedden ni roi I fewn I gefn o'r rhwyd.
O'n I jyst yn cyfalda Jenny, eich rheolwr, oedd hi'n sôn am gymeriad y tîm. Wel, oedd rhaid I chi ddangos cymeriad ar y degau mas ar y canau hyn yma, ynddo fe?
Oedd cymeriad yr peth pwysica, yn enwedig mewn stadiwm fel yma, so mae'n anodd weithiau I ffeindio bach o rhythm. A dwi'n meddwl nathon ni chwarae'r pêl-droed gorau heddiw, ond mae tîmau'n da yn ffeindio ffordd I roi pêl yn gefn y rhwyd, yn dyna nathon ni llwyddo I wneud hynna.
Ie, nathoch chi ennill mor gyfforddus yn erbyn Llansawel wythnos diwetha. Eithwch chi ar ei holi o 2 gol I ddim. Unwaith eto wedi gorfod gweithio'n rili galed prynhawn yma I gael y buddugoliaeth yna, sy'n dangos just pa mor gystadleuol mae'r gyngrair yma.
Ie, yn union. Da ni wedi bod ar yr ochr arall yn dod 2-0 down, a da ni'n gwybod faint mae'n cymryd I dod yn ôl ar gêm yn hafal, so chwarae teg I Barry am wneud hynna. Ond oedden ni wedi gorfod ffeindio gyr arall a lwcus bod ni wedi gallu gwneud hynna. Ond dyna mae'n feddwl I chwarae'r clwb ma, mae cymeriad yn beth huge, mae resilience yn peth huge, a dwi'n meddwl eto os yma da ni wedi dangos bod gennym ni hynna.
Yn bendant. Lily Jones, diolch yn fawr.
Diolch yn fawr I chdi.
Felly, dyma'ch atgoffa chi o'r tabl yn gywir tro yma sy'n cynnwys y 3 pwynt mae Wrexham wedi cael fan hyn yn erbyn y Barry. Felly, Wrexham sydd ar frig y tabl. 6 phwynt o'i 2 gêm gyntaf Mhrif Adran Genero. Stevie, thank you so much for coming over to talk to us. I mean, where do you even begin after that? It's the old cliche, a game of two halves. You haven't left with any points, but there must be a sense of pride from the fight that your players showed out there in that second
100%.
half.
I mean, when you look at obviously 2-0 down, half-time, coming back in at 2-2, and again, even having obviously the odd chance, and yeah, it's one of those. Obviously, it's a tough day when you look at obviously not having Molly in goal. I think with some of the set plays we conceded on a normal day, Molly probably would have tipped 1 or 2 of those. She's really aggressive and good off her line. But look, we dealt with the circumstances and very narrowly missed out, unfortunately.
Was it a case, we mentioned it in our commentary, did you perhaps show Wrexham a bit too much respect in that first half?
I think we were in a bit two minds, but yeah, it was one of those where we knew what we needed to do. We tried to obviously frustrate them a little bit, which we definitely done second half, and we got our just rewards. And it was picking our moments to go and press, and we obviously had our triggers and stuff like that. And second half, we got them really well. And obviously, Kira with her goal was really just reward for her, really. She worked her socks off, as she always does week in, week out for us. So yeah, she's done really well.
I've got to ask you about Erin Murray in the goal. Of course, that was the big story before kick-off. What did you make of her performance? Because there were some cracking saves, and well, I don't think you need hands to be a goalkeeper anymore, do you? Because fair play to her.
Yeah, I think she's created her own little way of saving with her knees, with her chest, and I think she might have even forgot that she was in goals at times and just bollocking with her body as if she was keeping her off the line. But no, look, we know what Erin's capable of. She's a very confident girl. She's very good with her feet, and that's what we wanted from the goalkeeper. Obviously, we used Molly for that as well. So when we looked at it, we made the decision, and we obviously tried to make up for it in other areas defensively, but yeah, it just wasn't our day today. But we'll regroup, and I'll look forward obviously to next week's game.
Stevie, appreciate your time and safe trip back.
Cheers,
down to Barry.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
you.
Diolch. A dyna ni, fan hyn yn y Cairas. Diolch yn fawr am eich cwmni chi hyn yma. Cofiwch mwy o bêl drod byw I ddod ar sgorio penwthnos nesa. Byddwn ni'n fyw pan fydd Caernarfon yn herio pen y bont, ond fan hyn, Wrexham, dim ond just sy'n gadael gyda'r 3 pwynt. Wrtho fi a'r tîm I gyd fan hyn, lan ar y Cairas. Diolch yn mwylio, nos da.